Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way possible, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. So I just want to real quick warn you guys about what I'm watching for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. We hear a lot of talks about, Russia, possible war going on overseas and stuff with the US. And of course, tomorrow the indices do open. So we might see a little bit of a sell-off event. Of course, I'm preparing for this because I mentioned today on my Twitter saying, I am watching Bitcoin closely, but I'm not sold on the price action. We're sitting at around like 41.5K. We continue to try targeting 42K, and rejecting off of that resistance point. So I'm not going to be surprised if we see a little bit of a sell-off event tomorrow. Not a major crash or anything like that, but considering the fact that dominance is above 41% still, we will see XRP, for an example, take a hit, which it's going to be like that for all of our altcoin holdings. We don't know how low we can go. I am watching XRP closely for us to actually break over 70 cents. It's actually like 69 cents exact. I'm awaiting that level to be regrasped and for us to actually pump up to like 80 cents. If we could break over 80 cents, that's going to be us getting very bullish again, because that puts us back in the demand zone going as far back as August when we went to $1.40 almost. Now, how low can we go on Bitcoin? How low can we go on XRP? Well, if we are talking about Bitcoin, I do believe that we could see a little bit of a retest of this figure down here, which is around 37.5K. I'm hoping that that holds. I do believe that it will, especially if we do retest. You guys can pretty much see when we retested back in August. Similar price action, by the way, to what we are seeing now. We are rejecting off of that 42K mark. Guess what we rejected off of the 42K mark back in July? That's right, Bitcoin. And then, of course, we retest it this level perfectly at 37.5K. Now, the difference here is the fact that dominance is a little bit higher, or I actually think it's a little bit lower than it was back then. But if we do have this nice little correction, it would be like a 9%, 9.64%, almost 10% of a drop in price. So if we are talking more so about, our altcoin holdings, they're going to take a hit, but it's not going to be a major one. We'll most likely test support yet again, which is like 60 cents. So just watch for like 60 cents if you guys do want to buy some more XRP. And of course, this is not guaranteed. I'm just saying what I see happening in the market. Now, with that being said, let's move on and let's talk about some exciting things. So first off, I know that I'm not the only one that is awaiting Flare. Okay, I've been waiting for my Flare tokens forever. And honestly, it seems like it's something that's never going to happen. But we have a major update, and this came out yesterday. We do see here, for all those asking where their Flare is, we are upgrading Songbird before the end of March 2022, with the final 2 protocols required before Flare launch. This will then allow us to proceed to Flare launch. A full roadmap to Flare launch will be released in the coming weeks. And I actually seen a lot of people saying, so what, are you waiting until a settlement happens with XRP? Could you imagine if a settlement happens and then all of a sudden we see Flare being launched as well, like they were planning on this? Like, that would be crazy, but of course I could see that happening technically, because this all does seem like one massive like play, if you will. And then we do see here, with regards to exchange distribution of the Flare tokens, we have reached out to the largest exchanges to get full definition on what they require in order to distribute the tokens, so that Flare meets those requirements as well. So pretty much all of the top tier exchanges should be doing their airdrop according to plan. Again, for those who are wondering how to get Flare, how to participate in the airdrop, basically you had to hold XRP during December 12th of 2020, so before the lawsuit was even a thing. So just for those individuals out there that don't know how, or pretty much who will receive the airdrop, there you have it. Of course, yes, you will be able to purchase Flare, I believe, once it is launched. Do not purchase IOUs, by the way, because the IOUs, you're pretty much paying for a higher price per the token. You don't even know what it's actually going to come out at in terms of price. Now we do see here, SEC versus Ripple. Attorney breaks down the contents of 2 unsealed Ripple emails. So if we are talking about a settlement happening within XRP, or I shouldn't say within XRP, but in regards to Ripple versus the SEC, we will see XRP launch in price after a settlement does happen, but this is probably the closest thing to a solidified settlement that we could possibly see. Just because I think that this is going to be the thing that really seals the deal for Ripple to win if these do get, of course, unsealed, these 3 documents. So we do see here, keeping you in the loop. Now, these are 3 documents that are regarding Ripple's side. I was more so talking about the ones from the other day when I was talking to you guys about the Hinman emails. There's like 63 of them. If those do get released, yes, we will see most likely a settlement. And we do see here, Hogan skimmed over the notice of Brad Garlinghouse's deposition and instead focused on his emails. And he did point out that there was a part where it says, 55 billion XRP in escrow to give investors a predictable supply schedule. And we do see here Hogan explained that this was crucial for the SEC as the Ripple CEO's use of the word investors greatly helped their case and made it seem that Ripple was working to increase XRP's price. But the thing is that this email was only for employees. So technically this was the idea of XRP holders not knowing at all about this. So it wasn't any sort of security violation, if you will. And of course, we do see here Larson's email response was pretty much where he allegedly bought over 30,000 euros worth of XRP. This is talking more so about an XRP investor. And then in one section, Larson reportedly shared his thoughts on developing XRP by increasing bank demand for it. Looking at that statement, Hogan stressed that Larson was not promising to increase XRP's prices in this context. I think we're going to get a ruling on these 3 depositive motions very soon, and by that I mean within a month possibly. So within a month we could be seeing a ruling on these. That's going to be very exciting, and like I said, I do believe that the 53 emails from the other day could definitely be detrimental to the SEC's case, which will give us a clear win in terms of Ripple. Don't know if it will technically lead to a settlement, but it would be interesting to see how that does unfold and how the SEC does counteract that. But now I do want to talk to you guys about some exciting things. So first off, I'm sure that a lot of you have probably already seen the case study section on Ripple's website. Now all of this does break down a few case studies from their customers that are working with Ripple. You can pretty much read these and see what's happening within these use cases. For an example, Santander and Ripple are bringing faster, cheaper cross-border payments to millions of retail and commercial customers. Money Match and Ripple make it cheaper and faster for Malaysian SMEs to pay global suppliers, etc. It's all focused on payments, cross-border settlements, remittances, faster, cheaper payments, all of that kind of stuff that we've been talking to you guys about for a very, very long time. But the interesting thing about this is that you can't really see a clear-cut website part on Ripple's where it does say all of their partners. Like there's no real breakdown. Like if you click customers, or sorry, I think it's in their about section. I know that I've seen it at some point in time, but let me go to Global Financial. So yeah, here we go. So here's where all of these customers load, but the problem is that this actually goes to fade like that. Now there's a ton of customers here, and of course there's some more breakdowns of some of their customers that they are working with, but for the most part you can't see a full list of their customers. We know that there is more than 300 customers already. This goes back to 2019, by the way, and this has grown greatly, by the way, since then. But if we do go back there, we do see we are thrilled to announce that we have surpassed 300 customers. We have also seen a 10x year-over-year growth in transactions on RippleNet. And of course, this is talking more so about on-demand liquidity. And of course, when we are talking about everything that is happening with on-demand liquidity and the growth of Ripple, it's continuing to grow and grow and grow. But the thing here that I really want to stress is the idea on what Ripple's focused on and where these payments are actually going through or how they are utilizing Ripple. Well, we always talk about, avoid pre-funding with instant settlements. We always talk about that in terms of Nostro Vostro accounts. All of this, and I do apologize if you guys did hear my dog bark in the background, but all of this is focused on XRP as the main fuel source for a lot of these, settlements and payments in general. We do see here those who use the digital asset XRP to source liquidity can do so in seconds, freeing up capital and guaranteeing the most competitive rates available today. That's why XRP will be utilized. It's because they are grasping the idea of, one, the efficiencies of using RippleNet, but also utilizing XRP allows them to have much faster, much cheaper prices that are more competitive than anything out there currently. And when we are talking more so about YXRP, you could see it on the side there, less than 3 seconds, 365, 24 hours a day. It's incredible to say the least. And when we are talking about more customers, here you have more customers using this that were using it at the time, I should say, because we do see MoneyGram and stuff there. Again, pay attention to what XRP really is in terms of its use case. I don't think a lot of people who are invested into XRP even know what liquidity means. But, I think that when we're talking about this, a lot of individuals should know by now. And I do just want you all to understand that a lot of their partnerships that they have in place already are going to ripple into, and I do apologize for the overall pun there, but it really is the truth. Like, we are seeing domino effect after domino effect with a lot of these partnerships. For an example, Accenture, right? So I talked to you guys a little bit about this. This is pretty much like a talking event. It's the 24th of February. I talked to you guys about this. It's basically a meeting, or a webinar, I should say, between multiple companies, including Accenture, SDX, which is SIX Digital Exchange, Quant, Ripple, and the Digital Pound Foundation, and of course RTGS Global. Now, all of this is talking about global markets and the coming revolution in cross-border settlement. The funny thing about this is that if we look back in time, we know that Ripple was partnered with Accenture. I'm going to do a full breakdown of this tomorrow, actually, in terms of who Accenture is, why Accenture is a key part for the entire puzzle. But also, we look back in time to 2020, and we do see Ripple's partner Accenture picked by Bank of England to create new world-class payment service. Okay, now this goes back to 2020, I mind you, and of course this is, build a new real-time settlement service on the basis of RTGS. Now, the funny thing about this is that you might be wondering, well, this doesn't include XRP or Ripple. It's just one of their partnerships, right? It's just Accenture. The funny thing is that we've seen Ripple announce, of course, we've seen them announce the Digital Pound Foundation, which with the Digital Pound Foundation, Ripple is a key part of this. In fact, Ripple and Q&T, aka Quant, are key players with this. So it's funny that Accenture is going to be leading or being a leading name within this webinar as well. And when we look back in time, this domino effect happened. Okay, this was a Ripple partner that was picked by Bank of England to create a new world-class payment service. And of course, what did Accenture do? I'm sure that they discussed with them saying, hey, we're utilizing Ripple technology. This is what we are doing. This is how we are doing it. And this is the efficiencies that you could expect. So why do you think that now, with the Digital Pound Foundation, did they choose Ripple? For an example, like you could go over here and look into a lot of these projects. Here's Project Eura, right? Have you heard of Project Eura? Join us on the 24th of February to learn about cross-border settlement using wholesale CBDCs. And of course, look at the key players here. I mean, I do not need to tell you guys the connections here because you could easily see it. All you have to do is do a little bit of research. And of course, this is talking more so about the digital euro as well. India launching their CBDCs. Like, the Digital Pound Foundation is probably one of the biggest solidifying factors in the idea on where Ripple's really positioned, because Ripple is going to be a big key part of the puzzle. And I do truly believe that at the end of the day, when you are talking about XRP's price will also skyrocket in value, because a lot of those on-demand liquidity users, or a lot of the RippleNet users, are going to utilize XRP because they are going to gain efficiencies not gained just by utilizing RippleNet or by utilizing any other payment settlement asset. So with all that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. And this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.